So hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a MILADY build that is absolutely devastating and it's following on from my Masakado build, which you can definitely check out in the banner up above. And this thing is just an absolute beast, just because of the ability to pierce drivers. There's all of these driver skills as well, similar to Dark Driver on Arsene, as well as Slash Driver on Sundreon. These things are just absolutely amazing, it's considering that they stack with everything else. So pierce skills strengthened by 75%, and it stacks with pierce amp and pierce boost, so you can obviously see how devastating this combination can be. And I've stuck some crit rate stuff on top of it as well, so you can be critting and doing a shit ton of damage, exactly like Hasatobi with Yoshitsune or Masakado with Myriad Arrows. But yeah, this thing is just absolutely amazing. So the skill overview is Myriad Arrows. So this is the strongest pierce one that, you know, damages foes quite a lot, which is also very similar to Hasatobi, but you can obviously change this out for another pierce skill if you really want to, which you definitely can. Pierce Driver, Pierce Amp, Pierce Boost, At Pupil, Crit Rate Boost, Arms Master, and Multi-Target Boost. And yeah, it's just basically just a machine, and pretty much exactly the same as the Masakado build that I did before, but you do have a substantial damage increase with Pierce Driver. So yeah, you can definitely replace probably maybe one of the crit rates or multi-target boost with a nullifier if you really want to. But I feel like I'm just gonna go with this multi-target boost as my option. But yeah, either or, nullifier works as well. But yeah, whatever tickles your fancy, I guess. But yeah, this MILADY build is pretty insane. It does require DLC, so I will caveat that. And I also use Masakado in the fusion, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, Elizabeth fusion request, need to do it. Pretty straightforward. You just keep going up until you eventually can get Masakado. So, all right, so that's pretty much it for the build overview. We'll be getting into the recipe. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you definitely enjoy these build guides. And then yeah, just make some suggestions below on what other personas that you wanna see a build guide for. I'm kind of running out of ideas, slash a lot of other different ideas have been popping up online, which I don't really want to copy or do. So definitely, you know, leave a comment, and I'll see if I can come up with a pretty cool build for a persona that interests you. But yeah, other than that, I will get straight into the recipe. All right, so as you saw in the intro video, MILADY has the ability Pierce Driver, which is the main reason why you really want to use pierce skills on MILADY, and it makes every single other pierce ability persona, such as my Masakado build, for example, just completely redundant, because Pierce Driver gives a 75% damage increase for pierce skills, and it can stack with Pierce Boost and Pierce Amp. So, looking at you, Yoshitsune, Masakado, from my previous builds, and I guess a lot of builds online, this MILADY build is absolutely a beast. This is a DLC persona, so you will need DLC in order to fuse. But if you do, this thing will just absolutely rampage through Tartarus. So the skills I have are Pierce Driver, Myriad Arrows, At Pupil, Arms Master, Crit Rate Boost, Pierce Boost, Pierce Amp, and Multi-Target Boost. Once again, there's a lot of inheritable skills here, so you definitely want skill cards for this. And the skill cards that you want are basically to high level, so you need to be at least rank 10 and rank 11 in your shovel times. So you pretty much basically just need to be in the Adama block in Tartarus in order to get some of these. But once you do have them, definitely just fuse the ones that you don't have the skill cards for, or that you can't really afford to get the skill cards for, and then just teach the rest of them the skill cards that you do have. So there's nothing really in particular that you need or a prerequisite. Masakado is locked behind an Elizabeth fusion, so you need to complete Elizabeth fusion request. I believe it's 69. Don't quote me on that one, but it's the one with Loki. So once you fused Loki and show her the requisite Loki requirement, you will unlock Masakado as the fusion. And that's just purely to get Arms Master, but you can also get it from Chiyu, which means you need to be rank 10 in Tower Arcana. So that's with Mutatsu. But yeah, other than that, nothing really too straightforward. But yeah, other than that, everything's pretty straightforward. So yeah, you want these skills, you know, get your skill cards, Masakado for Arms Master or Chiyu. So either which, you know, you just need to do Elizabeth Crest or complete the Tower rank 10. In terms of stuff that you can probably take out, Crit Rate Boost for Crit Rate Amp maybe. I unfortunately do not have Crit Rate Amp as a skill card. But I'm just basically just going to show you the Crit Rate Boost. But Crit Rate Amp will definitely be useful in this build. Definitely more useful than crit rate boost. But the main thing is your pierce skills, which will just do a crap ton of damage. So left and right chains are on the screen at the moment. Definitely pause the video if you want to follow along, and we'll get straight into the Velvet Room for these fusions. Alright, so for the left chain for Milady, we are going to go with Masakato and Mara. So this is a bit different to the recipe generator 4, but essentially with the recipe generator, because Milady can only inherit 4 skills, I've just taken away the skills that I have skill cards for, and the only skills that I want to inherit from the Persona fusions, and it spits out a new recipe essentially. But basically, I stress this, I can't stress this enough. You just go into the fusion generator and just basically just put in what you have and what you don't have, and it will spit out a recipe for your specific needs. In saying that, for Masakato, based on my previous Masakato build, which essentially has all the skills that this Milady build has. But if you're following along, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go with Masakato Mara into Kishin Dashang, obviously butchering that name. And we're going to be inheriting a bunch of stuff here. So we're going to inherit Arms Master is the important one, as well as Pierce Amp. And then the rest is whatever. And then we're gonna fuse Kishin Dashang with Pixie into Thunderbird. So it is Pierce Amp, Arms Master, and we'll probably just do crit rate amp or something. So for the rat chain, we are going to be fusing Bishamoten with Masakato. And we want to inherit Pierce Boost, Pierce Amp, and Arms Master. And then Kishin Dashang with a Mokoin into Seiryu. Myriad Arrows, Pierce Amp, Pierce Boost, Arms Master. And now that we have Seiryu on Meraki into Sadi. And we want Myriad Arrows, Pierce Boost, Pierce Amp. Now that we have Sadi and Thunderbird, gonna fuse them together into Milady. Myriad Arrows, Pierce Boost, Pierce Amp, and Arms Master. Alright, now that we have base Milady, we are going to go teach her the rest of the skills. That's it, guys. That's the Milady build. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. Again, the recipe generator, definitely just play around with that one. It probably won't be the same exact recipe that I would have shown, and it would be for you because you could have a lot of different or a lot of moving pieces around depending on, you know, who you have available to you to fuse. But you can always just adjust that in your fusion settings that I've been over in my fusion guide. I've been over in a lot of different guides as well, so you can definitely check those ones out in the description. But yeah, this is the Milady build. So if you enjoyed, definitely don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel a bunch. And thank you so much for all the support, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm going to leave you with a few clips of MILADY absolutely just devastating people with Pierce Driver, Pierce Boost, and Pierce Amp, as well as Myriad Arrows hitting just a shit ton of times. And yeah, it's just going to be a good time. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Better be wise.